You can support this show at patreon.com/ASAPodcasting. Hello, welcome back, Skyrim Addict podcast, continuing Oblivion Dark Brotherhood. I'm Michael, I'm here with Ray.
Hello, hello.
And Juan.
Hello.
And we're going to dive into some more Dark Brotherhood. Quick thing, show note thing. So the real finale of the original roundtable came out this week because I thought the last episode I released was the finale because this one was labeled as the Dragonborn first episode, which it definitely was not. It was the finale of the original one. So that is fixed. I didn't even
realize that was my first appearance.
Yeah. So
I thought I didn't start till second season.
Next up will be, I think, I'll release whatever ones aren't on the feed currently. So it'll be Dark Brotherhood, I think is, not Dark Brotherhood, I'm sorry, we're doing Dark Brotherhood. Dragonborn, Skyrim Dragonborn is the next set of one. That's a short one, though. I think you guys ran off the same characters or something right into Dragonborn after the main quest, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. Yeah.
It was 8 years ago. So, I mean, if you don't remember, I completely understand.
I honestly, I didn't, like I said, I didn't even realize that I was on the last episode of the first season.
Oh, really? until you heard it.
I'm like, oh wait, hey, Juan.
I know that guy.
Hey, that's me.
Yeah, the guy that was in the lab with me. He's just like, wait, is that you? I'm like, yeah.
Oh,
like,
man.
You're listening to yourself. I go, it's an old episode. Yeah.
I was going through like reorganizing them, and because once they've been released after a while, I move them back to where they should be chronologically with the other episodes. They don't fit like perfectly because I have the bulk like episodes like 1 through 9 or whatever on one release. But so I moved them back, and then I was like, oh, I found the Dragonborn ones. Let me check that out. And then I listened, and it's like, welcome to the finale of the first season. I'm like, well, there we go. That's a problem. I have to fix that.
Yeah, the only thing I remember about most of those when Andrew was in charge of it is the fact that they always had to be split into two parts.
Oh, they got really long.
Yeah, I think sometimes each one was about 3 hours.
Yeah,
we'd do about 3-4 hours.
Yeah,
so.
they're meaty episodes. There's a lot in them. Well, you guys had like 4 or 5 people on each episode, I think.
At least, yeah.
Plus, like
it's always Victor and Colin,
yep.
And Andrew, of course, and then myself,
yep,
and then whoever else.
Whoever else was around at that point. I think there was like Kathleen and Brian and all kinds of people popped in and out over time.
I think Blake a couple times.
Oh yeah, he was on the early ones. Yeah. First couple episodes, I think. Yeah. So those are older episodes, obviously, if you hear them, and they. After a few weeks, I'll bump it back into where it chronologically belongs. But that is the real finale this time of the first season of the Roundtable. So there is that. And if you would like a traditional Roundtable, of course, there's always the Fallout feed doing the traditional Roundtable style. Because Andrew's the only one organized enough to be able to do it.
Yeah, it is quite organized.
Yeah. So... let's see. The only thing I've really played is Oblivion since the last time we recorded. Actually, it's been so hectic around here, but I still really love this quest line. It's just super fun. I really enjoy it, and I'm at a point where I'm remembering enough of the character where I don't feel lost when I jump into it. Mm-hmm. Like I don't go, oh God, what do I use to kill people? Am I a mage? What am I? So concentrating just on the quest lines has helped with me keeping a clear head of what my character is for sure.
Yeah, I think the only thing I forget is which skills I need to focus on
Oh
to
yeah.
level up or to get different things. I used to be so organized. I had an actual like little journal where I'd write
Yep.
down, okay, I leveled this one up once, twice. Okay, perfect. Now I can level it up
Mm.
normally to min max the character. Now I'm just like, whatever.
Yeah, and I ran in, oh, this one was nice because my stump finally got used for something other than alchemy
Oh, that's
ingredients.
right. Yeah.
It's true. I was like, hey, I know where they're taking us.
When it was like the stump in the city, I was like, I got to go there anyway. So this kind of works out good.
Oh, there's so much stuff in here.
I was like,
then, you got to scroll.
Thankfully, right now, I'm only storing alchemy ingredients in there. So it's just ingredients and my equipment. So it wasn't terrible. And I'm only keeping ingredients that are useful to me for like restore health and damage health and stuff like that, paralyze.
Do you use the other ingredients to level up alchemy?
I think I'm leveled up all the way in alchemy.
Oh, okay. So then it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I actually just got an expert Alembic, maybe. I have 2 expert items, and the other 2 are whatever it is right below it. Is it master?
I think it's not. Oh, novice. Because master, I think, is the highest.
Is master the highest? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right now
it's master, then expert, and then
there's like journeyman,
novice, journeyman, and then novice.
Yeah.
I have 1 master, and everything else is either journeyman or novice.
Yeah.
I'm like, how is that possible?
Yeah, and even though I went through the Mages Guild, I have done 0 alchemy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and ever since we finished up with the Thieves Guild, I haven't sold anything. So everything I've gathered, since then is in that stump. And
oh my gosh,
I mean, I've done just 0 trading. I've done nothing but just killing people.
That's the best way to do it. I kind of stopped gathering items other than things that I'm going to use, because I'm like, I'm just selling this stuff and like it's not that useful to me, and it's becoming a hassle.
You're buying homes, or stuff like that, it's really not necessary.
And then I ran into the issue again with this. I was wearing the stupid gray cowl when I went through one of the parts of the quest, and then I got to the city, and then I'm like, I'm into it. So I had to go through the sewer. I went through the sewer, came up through the basement of Best Defense, picked their lock to get out of the basement, took the gray cowl off, opened the door, and thankfully one of them was standing right there. So I was able to sell him the stuff without moving. So I was like, well, that worked out. I was like, that was a little bit of a pain, and I don't really need to do that again. So
yeah. In one of the quests, after I came out of wherever I was, I fast traveled and forgot to replace the gloves with my normal gloves.
Oh.
So 30 damage every second.
Oh no!
I was like, wait, who's hitting me? Wait, oh crap!
I have the gloves on. Oh, yeah. I still have been wearing the gray cowl when I go into places, like for like attacking these people, because you can see them from so far away with the gray cowl on. It's 200 feet,
sure.
Yeah.
But then, and you also get the carry weight,
For sure, yep.
So then I grabbed some, and I lost Shadowmere.
Oh no!
Honestly, I was like kind of overriding it, because I was like, man, this is like so clunky. I forgot how clunky the horses were in Oblivion. I was like,
remember I told you it's like you have to face the direction that you want to keep going in, because so you're doing both the you're doing both of your what do you call them joysticks at the same time.
Yep.
To stay, or else you're going in one direction and looking in the other.
It's so bizarre. And when I have the chameleon armor, so like I can't even see my character. All I can see is like the head of the horse, and it's very like distracting. And I'm like, I can't with the horse anymore. last I heard, he was at a stable, or she was at a stable. I believe it changed genders during Oblivion to Skyrim, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, because I think in Oblivion it's a he, right?
I thought so.
Yeah.
Yeah, last I heard it was at a stable. It's like, your horse is at the stables. I was like, okay, I'm going to leave it there and go do something.
Yeah, I never picked it up, so.
Yeah, good call. It's just, it's way faster to run places than it is to use the horse, honestly.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And it's so easy to, Oblivion, you can fast travel so many different places and multiple points within cities and things like that, which is pretty helpful. You know, being able to go like right into the market or right into the palace or whatever is super helpful.
Or you just, sorry about that, you just sit there and just go, oh, where did I travel to that's close? Where did I pass by that's close to that? Because as you're going by, stuff pops up on your thing and you just travel there. So it's pretty nice.
Yeah. That's what I just go to the closest point and then run over there. But
yeah, in the beginning, I knew we were going to do the Dark Brotherhood, which is why I had traveled up into the Jarl Mountains and everything. So that I would actually have a fast travel point when we got to this part of the quest.
Yeah, for that, the Knoll Mountain one. Yeah, yep. Oh, man. So, yeah, we did, for this one, we did Affairs of a Wizard, next, or actually, technically last time we did Affairs of a Wizard. Next of Kin, Broken Vows, Final Justice, Matter of Honor, Coldest Sleep, and A Kiss Before Dying. That was the final one, right? Yeah. Where our big surprise happens. General thoughts, Ray, so far?
It's been really fun. This one was, these were pretty challenging in some places for me. I mean, they're pretty straightforward, but at the same time, I kept getting caught.
Yeah, that can happen.
And so, when I would think for sure that nobody possibly had, could have seen me or, heard anything or anything. And the guard would pop up and say, that he was hauling me off.
Yeah.
And so I got really, really jumpy, through the entire process of, doing all these quests because I was just constantly getting busted. Yeah. And so.
Yeah, these were not, there was no place where you could sit there and set up and try to snipe these guys.
No. Yeah, a lot of them were you just had to fight in town, basically, and that was... At
least the last two paid off the guards to not interfere.
That was helpful.
Yeah.
That was definitely helpful. Especially since he was standing in the middle of town when you had to get there to one of them. And the other one, there was the where he killed the family. The one was the guard that wandered around town also.
Yeah,
which was also
the Leowin guard.
Yeah,
that one I actually managed to kill. Well, I killed and I thought I wasn't caught, but somehow I had a 40 gold fine on me.
Yeah, me too.
Septim fine. I was like, wait, what? Nobody saw me. No, there was nobody chasing. There's nothing. What happened?
Somebody did.
Yeah, somebody looked out the window and snitched.
Now the old lady, after I got the the list of her kids and their locations off of her, I shot her and she ran off into the hills.
Yes, you have to chase after her. Yeah.
But she ran into a couple of wolves.
Oh, geez.
Who ended up killing her.
That's convenient.
Nice.
That's nice. That's actually convenient.
When I found her, she was asleep.
Oh, man.
So I managed to kill her before she got out of bed because it takes them so long to get out of bed. So you just keep hitting her.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
But then I was attacked by the dog.
Yeah, the dog is in there. That's the problem. So I guess the first one was, which technically we did last time, I completed it this time, was Affairs of a Wizard, where we had the Necromancer trying to become a Lich, and you had to steal the Sands of Resolve from him. I did get caught the first time and had to do it again because then I died. And basically, you just have to pickpocket the hourglass from him as he's wandering around. Once you finally get to his area of Leaf Rock Cave.
Yeah, with my sneak as high as it is, it was easy to get that off of him.
Yeah, I think
he almost ran me over.
Oh, really?
Because he changed directions.
Oh, Jesus.
And I wasn't quite ready, but I just kind of, stood there and he walked right up next to me and I just pickpocketed him and it was done.
Was that the cave with the bears when you were heading down? Is that?
Yeah, it was definitely a cave. No, it was skeletons for me.
Was it skeletons? Maybe it was. That would make more sense since it was necromancer.
Yeah.
I think it was somebody else.
The bears is further ahead.
Oh, that was one of the other ones. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that one's pretty straightforward. You just basically sneak in and he dies once you steal it from him. And then you head to your next dead drop, which was the tree in Coral. So you have to go to Perennia Draconia's home in Applewatch, kill her, and get the list of her children, which we were talking about, and eliminate the other 4 family members. So her, same thing happened to me with her, where I went into her house, I shot her with an arrow with poison, and she ran out the door. And I had to chase after her. So thankfully the poison killed her a little bit down the road, and then I looted her body and got the note.
Nice.
Let's see. There's Matthias Draconis. He's in the Talos Plaza district of the Imperial City.
Yeah, so I talked to her before I shot her.
Oh, really?
And so she told me that, that she appreciated the service that I was offering in, getting gifts for all of her children and delivering them to her.
Oh,
because she couldn't do it because they were spread out all over Damriel.
Oh, God.
And so she gave me the list of, their locations and everything. So
that makes it easier to get them. But then you have to kill her anyway. So
yeah.
Matthias, I don't remember where I killed him. Let's see.
I killed him several different places.
Yeah. There's
before I finally got away with it.
I think I killed him in. Let's see. Oh, the Bloated Float. That's down in City Isle.
Yeah,
that's where I killed him when he was in there. And there was, of course, 2 other people in there, but somehow I got away with it. I don't know how. Not sure.
Yeah, I killed him over by the stump.
Oh, over in the city?
Yeah, because I followed him around and he walked in there and I'm like, okay, there's nobody around. Let me go ahead and attack him. And then I got chased. And I got chased in the entire city.
Yeah, I tried in Umbacano's manor.
Oh, yeah.
But got busted. And I followed him home and, went in behind him, all sneaky. And, some guy comes running up to me and tells me to get out.
Of course.
So then I ended up sneaking into the house when he wasn't there. And so the guy was off doing something else. So I snuck into his room. And then I was hiding, back in the corner. And, he walks in and finds me immediately. So then I tried it again, but this time I used an invisibility potion so that I was invisible when he walked in, and he just jumped right into bed. And then I killed him. And a guard came in and said, "You're busted." Like, what?
Oh, my God.
This just cannot be happening. So then I ended up catching him as he was walking out of the bloated float, and got away with it there. But yeah, it was the beginning of this whole series of kills, and it was just like, oh my God, this is going to take me forever.
Oh.
Yeah, there was a lot of places to travel for that one. I know for the daughter down in Leowin, I actually talked to her
Okay.
and I said something. Actually, there was one of the options said, I just the last time I spoke to your mother, or something about her mom, and she says, "Oh, the next time you see her, can you say hello?" I'll have to. I think she says I'll have to go see her soon.
Oh
And in
boy.
my head, I'm like, sooner than you think.
Yeah. 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 Good luck with that. Yeah. So, Celia Draconis, she's the guard in Leowin. She's actually a captain, so she's pretty tough. I killed her in the cemetery behind the chapel, which is one of the places you find her. The other, she can be found in Castle Leowin at points during the day, and also the Three Sisters Inn during the day. So I just waited till she was out back and tried to snipe her there, but you still pick up the bounty regardless of what you do.
Yeah, like I think you were saying that how weird that is.
Yeah, so then what I would do is I would just go back to city to get my bounties paid off by what's his name in was it Daraloth's house? Who's in there? Who's the guy in there from the Thieves Guild? I can't remember, but I would just have him
He's
pay
the
off.
Red Guard, right?
Yeah, I would just have him pay off my bounties. I take the cowl off and have him, because he won't pay off the bounties if you're a great cowl. I don't know why, but because you technically always have a bounty at that point. So, and let's see. Then there's
the simplest one for me was the one that was in the cave.
Yeah.
Because I went through the door to the cave, and she was right there.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Standing in the doorway. So I mean, my character physically pushed her forward when I spawned in through the door.
Oh, she wasn't even like underwater or anything?
No.
That was the one that was underwater, right? They had the water.
No,
you may
that's
not
the
have gotten
Argonian.
to the water.
No, that's the Argonian from later.
Oh, that's later.
Yeah.
Okay. Muck Valley Cavern is. Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of people we killed.
Oh, Muck Valley is the. I think this
it's hard to keep track.
This is the one that I had the bears in because it's leveled natural predators.
Oh, okay.
So I had bears in it. That's right.
Yeah, I never got that far into the cave because she was right there, and I just plunk, and down she went.
Very lucky there. Yeah,
and turned around and walked out.
Oh man. Then there's also Andreas, who runs a Drunken Dragon Inn just outside of Leowin. You can talk to him and tell him his mother bled like a pig, apparently, and he will then attack you, and you can kill him without a bounty. Or you can just sneak attack.
I killed him in front of a guard and got no bounty.
Yeah, there was that guard sitting at the table, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I shot him from the steps behind the bar.
Yeah, I shot him from
that's where I got him from, too.
Yeah.
Because he was sleeping, so I shot him from behind the keg with an arrow, and nothing happened. The guard didn't attack, and I'm like, oh, I guess I didn't get caught.
Oh,
I stood up, walked out, and didn't get chased. I'm like, all right, I'll take that. That's fine.
That's it. So after we finish those up, our next contract is at the Skingrad Castle Courtyard. I think it's like in the well, right? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the well.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's Broken Vows. Target is Jagasta, who's a Khajiit boxer in Bruma. He's expecting you, and the guards will ignore the fight if it spills out into the streets. This one was a little tricky if you don't know there's a secret room in his house.
Yeah, because it's covered up by sacks.
It's got all the crap laying on it. Yeah, all the rugs or whatever they are. Did you have any trouble finding it right? Or
no, because the quest marker pointed right to it.
Oh yeah, it shows the door. Yeah, it shows it. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, it shows the second door in that place.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's got that secret room under there, and you can go in there and fight him, basically.
Yeah, him I actually managed to snipe.
Yeah, because he's fighting the like punching the thing when you go in there.
Yeah,
usually.
Yeah.
So I just kind of, when I could barely see him, I aimed right next to that pillar.
Yeah,
and actually got him.
Did you? Oh, nice.
I was like, yes. I have a shock arrow that does 40 points of damage over times 2 seconds.
Oh, that's
2
nice.
seconds. So it does 80 points of damage plus the sneak attack. So that by the second that it killed him. Actually, no. I still had to hit him one more time.
One more time.
And then smack him again. And actually, a lot of these guys, they had something that just destroyed your weapon.
Yes.
Because
yeah.
I think I actually had to punch him to death too.
Oh man. Yeah, there was another guy that had a weapon that destroyed your weapon.
Yeah.
Because my bow was like unusable. Thankfully, I had a second one.
Well, I had my dagger that like does all sorts of weird damage. One we got from one of the earlier contracts. And then all of a sudden it just says, "Oh, you can't use your weapon anymore." I'm like, "Wait, what?" So I'm sitting there. I didn't even think to grab another weapon, so I just started punching him.
Oh man!
So my unarmed went up a little bit.
There are hand-to-hand skill books in there.
Yes, I found one.
Yep. And then after this, we have to go to Old Bridge, south of the Imperial City, and find the next dead drop there, which is Final Justice. This is the one where we go to the flooded mine to find Shaliz.
Yep.
So, yeah, this one I have Fin Gleam, thankfully.
Right.
So was able to swim underwater.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I didn't realize that I could shoot arrows underwater.
Yeah, interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, I used buoyancy on that one.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, from the original Mage's Guild quest.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. I think I lured her out of the water and then just shot her as she was walking up on the land, basically. Or I think it was. Yeah, that's basically.
I didn't really have any time because I didn't see where she was, and all of a sudden she was attacking me.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And so I already had my bow drawn, and so I shot her a couple of times with that, and then switched to the dagger and finished her off with the dagger.
Yeah, her sword was pretty good from what I remember. I don't remember what the exact enchantment it had on Dawn when I faced her, but it was pretty a pretty good one. It knocked me down pretty good, like health wise, before I got her. I think it was I think it might be the next one that really took me out quick.
It's the one that like keeps knocking you down too.
Oh yeah.
But the guy that I fought with hand to hand, every once in a while it would do like a stun and knock them down.
Oh really?
Yeah, so I don't know if my hand to hand is high enough where it does that.
Oh,
or if it's one of the pieces of armor that I had, I didn't think to look.
Oh.
But it's interesting that they would like fall down to the ground. I'm like, hey, maybe I should try a hand to hand.
Yeah. My hand to hand is 6. So.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. Mine's probably not much higher than that. And then you go to
level it up, right?
Yeah.
Get a couple level points.
It's not one of my majors, does it? It doesn't count towards leveling, right?
Oh, that's true.
It doesn't count towards leveling, but as long as every single one that you level up adds points to when you level up.
Oh, okay.
So that's why if you want to min max, you go to your miners and you level those up,
and then
for whatever skills you want, and you try to level those up somewhere around 10 times each, and then that'll give you 5 points on level up.
Oh, gotcha.
Like I said, I had a whole little notebook where I was keeping track of everything because I was really trying to min-max, trying to get 5 points on everything every time.
There you go.
It's not easy.
No, it is not. No.
So now I'm not worrying about it. It's too much work.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's not happening in the normal course of play at this point, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I am.
Yeah. The nice thing now though is like a lot of our majors are leveling up a little bit slower, so the minors are leveling up enough to where you're seeing like the 2, 3s, and sometimes even 4 per level.
Yeah, the only minor skill that I really went after was no alteration.
Okay.
So that I could get the average lock spell.
Oh yeah, average lock. Yeah. Let's see. So next we headed to Fort Redmond to pick up our next dead drop. We have to find Aval Uvani, who is a traveling merchant. I'm trying to remember where we picked up this stuff. He's sleeps and inns.
I got busted on this one.
Did
times.
You can find his schedule. Where did I find his schedule?
It was in the coffin, I think.
Was it in the coffin? Also, yeah.
It was part because you got 2 notes in there plus your 500 gold.
And I think you have to read it though, don't you?
Yes.
So to make sure that you know where he's at. So he travels between Breville, Skinrad, Bruma, and his house in Leowin.
For some reason, he didn't leave Skingrad for me. He was in the Two Sisters Inn?
Oh yeah.
So I just
Westfield. He's in Westfield in Skingrad. I don't remember where I faced him, honestly, now that you're thinking. It may have been Skingrad, now that you say it.
Because I wanted to face him in his house, and I sat there and I waited, and he never showed up. And I went out, and he was still in Skingrad, and I'm like, okay, well, that's where you're going to die, and I'll just pay the bounty.
Yeah, I met him in Breville because I was just following the quest marker.
Yep.
And so it showed that he was there. I went there, and he was inside the inn. I tried a couple of times in different, places, but every time the Argonian guard would come and grab me. And so finally he finally left. It took days and days of waiting. I was waiting inside, I was waiting outside, so I could see him leave. And I always am afraid, because this game, if you wait for too long, they'll just be gone. It's not like you can wait and then they'll leave like they normally would. Right. So there was a lot of 1 hour waiting, and he just never left.
I was trying to figure out how you can give him mead, because in the note it said that he has some weird allergy to mead. That paralyzes him.
I was trying to figure that too.
So I don't know if maybe you needed to buy it and then just offer it to him, but you couldn't even start engaging a conversation with him.
Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, he would pace around the building, and every time he would walk past me, he'd tell me, "Don't get any closer." Like, dude, I'm just standing still. You're the one walking around.
I'm just standing here. Sorry, that's my best accent. That's the best I got.
But yeah, so he finally left, and I shot him on the road.
Oh, on the road. Oh, there you go. That's the way to do it. Get him on the road.
And he's a master of destruction. Did you have to fight him at all, or?
No, he never saw it coming. I shot him in the back.
Nice.
Oh man. Yeah, I totally forget where I got him. It may have been at Westfield or something like that, or maybe in his house. I'm not sure. Oh no, I may have found him on the road somewhere. Also,
so I guess I should have just been more patient and let him walk out the door and chase him down.
Yeah, I can't remember where I got him. But our next dead drop was in my beloved stump in the market district. After we complete that one, and then we find out.
Tricky to find.
Yeah, it was hard for me to find that one. We had to head up to Knoll Mountain, way up in the Jarl Mountains, and take care of Havelstein Whoreblood.
Yeah, Nord, right? With a two-handed axe.
With an axe that killed me in one swing when I saw him the first time.
And there really has to be an easier way to get there than the way I went.
Oh, dear God. Yeah, same here. I was just so lost.
Well, and I was at, I was trying to Skyrim the side of the mountain.
Yeah,
I could only get so far.
Yeah, you get stalled
It's
out
not
doing
quite
that.
as
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work as well, unfortunately.
You can do it. You just have to find a place where you stop sliding.
Yeah, that's
as long as you're sliding, you can't jump.
Yep.
Nah.
Yeah, I think the first time I came up on them, he saw me because I wasn't in sneak for some reason. And then I got hit with the axe. And that was the end of me pretty quickly, honestly.
It was a very big axe.
Yeah, it really was.
I think it was Daedric for me.
Yeah, it was for me as well. And I had some kind of enchantment on it that just like took me down pretty quickly. Let's see. It says it's easiest to get there. Let's see. Bruma East Gate. Take the first right when you get to Dragonclaw Rock. There's a bandit camp, and then head up the mountain. That is definitely not the way I went.
Nope.
But apparently, that's the way you can go.
Yeah, I went to a spot somewhere way up north. There was a home up there.
Oh,
and then
the Wizard Tower, Frostcrag.
No, not my own home. It was almost like a little plantation or something.
Oh,
that
okay.
Was up there, like a little house with some other stuff. And like I said, I traveled all the way up there because I knew that I was going to go over there at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't remember exactly where, but I knew it was somewhere up north. So I'm like, okay, this one will at least get me here, and then I can go from here. So I traveled south, and I climbed up the mountain, just kind of zigzagging my way up.
Yep.
And so then I came around, and he was sleeping in his little tent.
Oh,
so
okay.
I shot him while he was sleeping.
Yeah.
But I was still kind of on the side of the mountain, so he couldn't come over to me without sliding.
Oh,
so
nice.
I managed to actually take care of him that way. And then he had a dog as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Fortunately, when the dog came after me first, and I shot it, and it ran off. But then he was right behind it. And, normally in that kind of a situation, I try to get high ground, so I can shoot down and avoid. But he's coming down the mountain at me.
Oh, God.
And so I just started going backwards.
Just firing
and
away.
just shooting as fast as I could.
Yep.
And fortunately got him before he got close enough, because he was definitely going really slow down the mountain.
Yeah. You ever get those little misfires? It's just as you're trying to fire quickly. I'll get those.
No, my arrows are always strong and true.
Oh,
all
man.
right. Well, I guess it's just me.
Let's see. He doesn't eat, so you can't use the poisoned apples on him. Let's see. And if you're still having trouble executing him, remember the terrain you're fighting in. The steep Jarl Mountains allow for painful fall damage. So, yeah, there you go, Juan. Use the side of the mountain to your advantage.
Yep, that's what I did.
That's the way to do it.
Hello. Let me shut off my air conditioner here. Sorry about that.
I can't believe you need air conditioning today.
Hear it.
It's only like 95 degrees up here.
All right. Sorry, I was just talking to the kids on Discord. So
let's see. So we were heading into our final of the quests. A Kiss Before Dying. We picked up our dead drop at Nornal, which was what is that? Alien Ruin. Couldn't think of the name of it. It was underwater again. Did you have to pick the lock?
I just had to kill one rat.
Oh, rat, yeah. Yeah, I think there was a couple rats in there, and that was about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I ended up just going through the whole ruin.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, it was a little disappointing. There were a few marauders,
okay.
But there wasn't any none of the loot was really worth
no good loot.
The time to go through it.
That stinks. Let's see. And our final target is Ungalim. He's a wood elf in Breville who's at the Lucky Old Lady at night, like between 5 and 1 a.m. And also he has paid off the guards, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And I think
I was
also,
golden because I fast traveled to the city
Right on time, me too.
and it was perfect timing.
Yeah, it was like 7
sweet.
p.m. or something when I got there. Oh, man.
Yeah. Found a nice little balcony to get up on.
Yep. Yeah, because he'll attack you if he sees you.
Okay. Yeah. I was
He's
up
really
on a
good with
balcony
those
on one of the
arrows, too.
houses nearby.
Yeah, that's what I did. And I think a couple shots, I took him out, and then boom.
I'm like, no, nobody could possibly have seen me.
You thought you were arrested,
it's
were
you, Lucian.
I haven't seen you for a while. What's going on?
Yeah, I was so angry at that point because I had been busted so many times in this group of quests.
Oh my
I was like, nobody saw me.
Little did you know.
So little.
So apparently
he was a little mad too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried to get here to stop you. It was like, why? Oh, you just killed off like basically everybody in the Dark Brotherhood.
All 5 fingers of the Dark Brotherhood.
Yeah.
It's not like he didn't already have you do that once.
Yeah, I mean, you already did the purification,
Yeah,
so
but
I mean,
even killed the listener.
Yeah, fair enough. So there's somebody at what was it after? Was it the mage was his, and then the other ones weren't? Was it? I think.
Well, no. Each finger has their own person because you're the one for Lucian.
Yeah, but he said the one dead drop was his.
Oh yeah, the first one.
Yeah,
for the family.
Yeah, and then after that, they thought you'd just gone AWOL.
Yeah,
But they were blamed. Well, he thought you went AWOL.
Yeah.
But he's the one that got blamed for it, which is why he was really upset.
Yeah. So that's when we find out there's a rat in the Dark Brotherhood. I don't know who's left with the Dark Brotherhood. We've killed a lot of people.
Yep.
I don't know if you want an organization that big. If you're a bunch of assassins, how many people are in this? I feel like the word would get out a little more than you would want. But
doesn't seem to have got much better in Skyrim.
Either. Yeah. They seem to have the same issues. I'm not sure.
Yeah. What's even worse because you had what's her name actually like using them.
Oh yeah. She was basically using the Dark Brotherhood and to there was no real listener at that point,
right?
Until good old Cicero showed up.
So this time around, I am like way behind you guys. So I've just basically been accepted into the Dark Brotherhood at this point.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I just killed some
spoilers.
Poor random jerk in some town. I don't know. Then I got arrested and I had to go sleep somewhere else, and that would so got a couple contracts, and that's where I am.
Yeah, it's always some random. They always start you off killing some random sad sack.
Yeah, I just killed somebody. I know I had to kill somebody. So
to get in.
Yeah. I just killed some moron somewhere. It might have been a guard. I don't even remember some town I was in. But yeah.
Yeah, somehow when I started, I hadn't killed anyone yet, and I was like, "How is this possible? I've been playing this character like all through the Thieves Guild and all. Like, how's nobody gotten killed by accident by me?"
Yeah.
And my first kill was through the Mages Guild.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, and I went through the Mages Guild too. So I don't know how that.
Yeah, it was when we were outside that farm, and there was I can't remember now, but there was some guy off in the rock somewhere that you were supposed to be following.
Yeah.
And
I remember now. It was the poison.
I ended up killing him.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, anybody, I think most of the people I killed with poison on the arrows, and that doesn't count.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that was what we discussed last time.
Yeah. If it's
the
the point, like whatever, 10 points of damage over 20 seconds or whatever, if that's what kills them, that doesn't count as a murder.
So does it not count if you kill them with a spell?
That does count. I don't know why. I don't know what the difference is. I don't know. Just,
know.
Poison, you don't know who did it.
Yeah. I mean, look, you shot that arrow in them.
Fair point.
Who knows? Was it the arrow?
Yeah.
Or did they just contract some disease after you shot them with the arrow and they didn't know?
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, it's complicated.
It was the blood clot.
From the
This is all about plausible deniability.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And actually, your bounties are less.
How American justice works?
Yeah.
Yes.
Plausible deniability. Yeah.
Well, technically, you threw him into the pool, but he died from drowning. So
that's
it's
different.
Because he couldn't swim.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The poison thing is you get different bounties for the poison also. Like you only get the 40-point or 40 gold bounty instead of the 1,000 gold or whatever it is, which is strange. Yeah, especially if they're catching you shooting the arrow into the person.
Yeah.
To get the 40 bounty and then watch them drop dead 5 seconds later from the poison. But,
wasn't me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, Cyrodiil is its own place. It's yeah. So we've gotten through the meat of the Dark Brotherhood. Now we have to find out what's going on and why and all that. So we killed an awful lot of people this time. It was a lot of. It's like 10 people in these quests.
Yeah.
And those last ones were tough. I mean, they did. For me, it wasn't just one shot.
No,
shot and done.
No, and it wasn't like the early ones where you have to kill them a certain way and all that kind of stuff and get the bonuses. Yeah, it was just killed them, and or like in Skyrim also where you can really stealthily kill pretty much every target that you come across. You can pretty much get anybody from like some absurd distance, and kill them without, ever being caught. So it's definitely much more face to face in the Oblivion Dark Brotherhood, especially these later ones. Let's see.
Sure.
And we just have a few quests left, and it'll be all good. I was saying earlier, I reposted the finale of the original Roundtable main quest.
Oh my!
And Juan discovered he was the first episode he was ever on. And next up is the Dragonborn one, actually, which was the second season. Yeah, it was only 8 years ago. Just a few minutes.
That's a long time.
It was only 8 years ago. That's all. Crazy enough.
So how long ago did you start this then?
I think it was 9 years ago.
9 years ago?
Yeah, it was 9 years ago. I'm pretty sure.
I remember those first. I think we talked about it before. Those first ones were like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah. I think it was like May of 2013. I think.
Okay.
May, June of 2013, something like that. And then Andrew started the roundtables in like sometime in 2014.
Yeah, that makes sense because I think I found the group in sometime in mid to late 2012, maybe, or the Facebook group, or did that happen after?
No, that would have been after. It had to be mid to late 13.
That's right, because I started playing PC mid to late 2012. That's where, and then I started looking for Facebook groups. Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because I first played on 360.
This has become really good. I like this group though. Everyone's very respectful for the most part. So I mean, I don't see too much drama like I see in a lot of Facebook.
Oh,
groups,
God,
a
yeah,
lot of
you can-
guilds and everything. So.
No.
Yeah, you can have so
maybe
much.
it's just a lot of older gamers or something. I don't know, but
Yeah.
Yeah, that's helpful. Yeah, where you're not like,
we got better things to worry about.
yeah. I would like to have a good game, but you know.
I don't really even get on Facebook anymore. So
Yeah, I'm
It's
not
the
even
only-
on it
Yeah.
anymore, so I haven't.
It's the
yeah.
Discord that's still fairly mellow too.
right.
Yeah.
This is the only connection I have to Facebook is this, and then there's I pay attention to Discord. So
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We do have a Discord, everyone. The link is in the show notes. It's not like overwhelming or anything. Just a few posts here and there.
Yep.
Some chatter and Fallout and Starfield and all that kind of stuff too. Which was delayed, of course, until next year.
Starfield. Huh? No joke.
Sure, a lot of pet pictures.
Yeah, some pet pictures. Yeah, some food pictures.
Yeah, our food channel.
Food channel's always good. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, next year is 2023 Starfield now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and you can listen to the Fallout feed live in the Discord.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Fallout feed does record
Friday
live
nights
there,
at sometime around 11.
Yeah, right. I'm in bed for an hour by then.
between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m. or whatever.
Yeah, you should be able to catch us anytime between then.
Eastern time, that is.
I was a little
I'd love to
disappointed
catch it
with
live.
I was a little disappointed with the Starfield announcement because I was so looking forward to those first release features.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, oh, that stinks. But then I was like, oh, well, now I can wait to get that Series X.
Fair point.
And
I was like, I can put that off for like 6 more months now.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, the Series X is amazing.
Yeah, I do want to switch. Right now, I have the One X. So for Oblivion and Skyrim and Minecraft, which is what I usually play. It's
like the difference between the One X and the Series X is pretty
substantial. Yeah.
Even like in ESO, my load screens are short. I don't even have time to read the little notes and stuff that they put on there.
Oh wow,
so it's pretty good.
That's nice.
Yeah, I've actually, speaking of Minecraft, that's been my mild obsession lately because I can play it for an hour and that's about it.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, I hop into it here and there, and like if I'm in it, like got a few minutes in the morning when I'm making breakfast or eating or something, I'm like, I'll do something for 20 minutes and then stop.
Yeah, I didn't pay any attention to it for a very, very long time, and I like the 1.18 updates. It's cool. It's very nice.
Yeah, there's a ton of new stuff that I'm trying to figure out since the last time I played it. And there's like it goes way deeper now. Like
yes, they changed the negative, the max negative, so it's now at 64 instead of 32.
Yeah, it's like way down. I was like, holy cow, I am like way deep. Like,
it's pretty cool.
Like, what is happening? You used to be able to go to 0. Now you can go, like you said, like negative 64. I'm like, holy cow, yeah. And it gets dark down there.
Yes, it is. And they also changed the light radius.
Yeah.
So it's much wider now to stop spawns.
Mm-hmm.
So that's also nice.
That's helpful. Yeah. Cause what I usually do is find a village to move into.
Oh, okay.
And then build up the village and
you parasite.
Yeah.
You awful, horrible parasite.
Well, then I build beds and make more of them. And
Sure. Yeah.
Then there's like hundreds of villagers running around. And
yeah.
And eventually build a railway and,
Yeah, that's fun.
the kill time kind of stuff. But
Yep.
So Ray, what's happening on the other shows? What's going on Fallout and Butcher Baker and Candlemaker?
So Fallout, we are getting close. We have 2 more episodes on the New Vegas roundtable. So that's a total of 4 episodes because we have feedback episodes in between each one.
Yeah.
And in No Man's Sky, we just wrapped up expedition number 6. Which was a lot of fun, and that came along with the Pirates update.
Oh,
And so been having a lot of fun with that. And so the expedition ended today, and tonight Sean Murray, the head of Hello Games, dropped a new emoji, which is what he does to announce that there's a new update coming. And so it's always, a very obscure, reference, but it lights a fire like I've never seen in any community.
Just one emoji, and boom, it all blows up. So that means a new drop.
It was a whale
soon.
emoji.
So what are people speculating?
Well, originally we were expecting a update to the freighters.
Mm-hmm.
Because somebody had noticed that there was a new bulkhead design on a trailer that had been released for the previous update that didn't line up with the bulkheads in the current freighters.
Oh.
I hear you say that they're like living ships.
Yeah, we have living ships.
Okay.
So now the speculation is that it's living freighters.
That would have been my thinking, just something bigger.
But then, the other thing is that so the oceans don't go very deep. About the deepest I think I've found is like 70 units, 80 units, something like that. And so now the speculation is that the whale is an indication of deep oceans are coming.
Oh, nice.
And so we'll see how that shakes out. But that's always fun. So
at least you get a faster payoff than we do in ESO.
Yeah, and this, I mean, these guys just have gone absolutely crazy. They are updating this thing every 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah, it's amazing how much that game has evolved over the years. Yeah.
And they're free updates?
Everyone's free.
Nice.
Aren't they supposedly working on a new game too?
Yeah, they released a game. It's like a little 2D type game.
Okay.
They have one out that I think they might have released either just before or right after No Man's Sky, which is a puzzle game.
I thought there was some scuttlebutt.
Yeah, and they've got one that they've been working on that they haven't released any information about at all.
Yeah. Okay.
But I mean, these guys do incredible things with a very small studio.
Yeah.
So it's definitely kept us on our toes because it's, just about the time we think we have something figured out, they change it. So
that adds to the longevity of the game. So can't hit on that.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, but of course there's still people that insist on coming in. Yeah, but when they first launched it, it was terrible.
That was like what, 4 years ago at this point?
Yeah, it's a while now.
Yeah. 2016.
Was it 20? Oh wow, it was 6 years ago. Yeah.
And
so
everybody in the community just says so.
Yeah. It's.
They said the same thing about Fallout 76.
Yeah. To me, it's like No Man's Sky is a lot like Minecraft and how it evolves over time, and just obviously it's a little more pointed with now you have the expeditions and stuff like that, but it just continually evolves and becomes all these different things for however.
There's so many different ways you can play it depending on what you like to do.
Yeah. So it kind of strikes me as more of that and having a much longer lifespan like that type of game does, as opposed to like a normal release that you would get from a studio like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, most games aren't around for 6 years still being updated.
Yeah.
that alone is like,
yeah. And if you like exploration, I think there's like 26 trillion star systems in the game.
Man,
that's not enough. Sorry.
That's not enough.
Is it an MMO?
No.
No.
Really.
It is, but it is completely cross-platform.
Okay. So you can have a lot of people playing, but it's okay. But you can also play it as a single player.
Yeah.
How good is it? Have you tried it on with a controller?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it work
Yeah,
well?
it works pretty well.
Yeah.
The only thing, I mean, I could probably remap it. The only thing I have trouble with is, when you're flying in your ship, the triggers don't fire the gun. The trigger, runs the thrusters.
Oh, okay.
And so, I'll get a pirate lined up in my sights and pull the trigger and then just speed towards them instead of shooting them.
Yeah, that could be.
Oh man, that's funny.
But it's really easy to play on controller because I can play it. So
Yeah. No, I get
We
it.
know how much you love controllers.
Yeah, I've tried. I keep trying. I try with Minecraft. I try with lots of games to like controllers, and I continue to hate them.
Yeah.
Well,
It is pretty humorous to watch me try to walk across the space stations because I cannot walk in a straight line with a controller.
Oh, jeez.
And so it's just this series of, stumbling and weaving and, so it's my little drunk gag trying to walk across the, there are these little buildings that you walk up this short little ramp and when you get to the top, the door opens up and you walk in.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably 4 steps, to the top of this ramp. But inevitably I fall off the side because as I get close, I doink off. And so it's pretty hilarious.
Oh God, that's funny.
But fortunately, there's nothing mission critical about anything you do. And so, you just dust yourself off, look around, see if anybody saw you and try again.
Yeah. Well, I guess next time we just have the 2 quests left, and then I think there's kind of like 3, but there's just really 2. But and that should finish up the Dark Brotherhood of Oblivion.
Well, I'll try to catch up a little bit before then. See if I can.
Next one.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. That it does, if I remember correctly. It's been a little while since I played through it, but like I remember it as you're going through. I especially remembered the Breville Lucky Lady quest or whatever it was. I was like, oh God, now I know it's how. I'm like, oh no. As I'm going there, I'm like, oh, I remember.
Yeah. Well, I knew I was killing the members of the Dark Brotherhood.
Yeah.
But when Lucian came up, I'm just like, it still kind of took me out. Like I was just like, wait, what? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like totally shocked, and I was like, oh yes, that's right. It's like, oh, I just killed everybody.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, until next time, take care, everyone, and we'll talk to you then.
Good night, everybody.
Goodbye.
So long.